Hello everybody, welcome back to Football United TV. I'm your host Matt King, as you know, and what a great weekend we've had of Premier League. I can't believe it. Man United beating Man City at home 2-0. What a result for us. Great performance from Bruno Fernandes. Perfect little chip to Martial to score the opening goal. Aguero obviously getting the goal. Offside, only by a toenail, but offside is still offside. It was unfortunate for Man City. They kind of did play all right. They were just trying to press so much and Man United was saying, come towards us, and then we were breaking on the counter-attack. McTominay, though, to finish it off at the end. Ederson making 2 blunders in the game, and this one was not really his fault. It was a rainy night in Manchester. The way he threw it out to one of his defenders and it just like sort of pinged across the grass because of the wet surface and went straight to McTominay, and a great finish from him as well, might I add, because it's very hard under them conditions to hit a ball straight, precise like he did. So well done to Man United. I mean, they're on great form at the moment. They've only let like 2 goals in the last 10 games they've played, and they have been blunders from keepers. So very good defensively from Man United, and attacking as well, might I add. They've been scoring the goals that they really needed to get. And Ighalo's actually done very well for Man United so far. 3 goals scored the other day in the FA Cup against Derby a couple of times. And I don't know if anybody saw the game against Man City, but De Gea like lofted a ball out from the goal kick to Ighalo, and he like sort of touched it down beautifully. It was an amazing touch, you know, and this is the guy that was playing in China. I think he's a good addition to the squad, and possibly, you know, if he has a very good rest of the season, maybe we should give him a contract extension, possibly, but we'll see. Don't want to jump the barrel right now. Man United still need to do it game by game. Talking of other clubs as well, Liverpool looking like they're going to win the league very soon, and they could win it at Man City depending on what happens with results between the 2 clubs. It's all down to Man City, really. They got Arsenal this week in the Premier League because obviously Arsenal were out of the Europa League, and Man City are not playing their second leg until next week of the Champions League. So they're going to try and squeeze that game. And of course, if Man City lose, it means Liverpool are even closer to winning it. And they could even possibly win it at Everton. Possibly, depending on what happens with Man City. I'm hoping they don't win it at Everton. If they do win it anywhere, I'd probably rather see them win it at Man City at the Etihad Stadium, to be completely honest, as a Man United fan. But also as a Man United fan, that is many congratulations to Liverpool Football Club. Winning the Champions League, obviously, last season, winning the World Club Cup, winning the Super Cup, and dominating the Premier League this year. They smashed it this year, even though they lost to Watford the other day. I don't think that really matters too much. Same as going out in the FA Cup. I don't think that really matters. Fact is, Liverpool really wanted to win their first Premier League title, and they've got it in the bag. Unless they lose every game until the end of the season, then it could be rocky. I doubt that will happen. I'd love to see the odds on that, though. I might even put a bit of money on that. I'm going to lose, I know, but why not? So pretty much today was just a quick update on what happened over the weekend in the Premier League. I'm going to give you the results now. So working our way up from the bottom, we had Burnley versus Tottenham that ended 1-1. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Southampton 0, Newcastle United 1. Great performance from Newcastle United. Seem to be doing a lot better recently. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 0. Crystal Palace 1, Watford 0. Arsenal 1, West Ham United 0. Arsenal are going to the Etihad to face Manchester City this week. And that's obviously a return for Arteta. And I wonder how that's going to go for him. Him versus Guardiola, Man City versus Arsenal. What's going to happen? Should be a good game. And of course, speaking about Liverpool's great performance this season in the league, they won at the weekend. 2-1 against AFC Bournemouth. And they seem to always be winning by the 1 goal margin. But that's how you win leagues. That's how Man United, when I remember in the 90s, we scrape games. We score last minute winners, you know, to win the game. That really does help if you can scrape through games. You don't have to always dominate and beat teams 4-0 just to be like the dominant team. It's about how you can get through a game. Like if you go 1-1 at half time, can you pull it back? And Liverpool have done that quite a lot this season. And of course, yesterday, starting from the top, Chelsea 4, Everton 0. Ancelotti's return to Chelsea, of course, winning the Premier League for Chelsea, and Frank Lampard being in his team. And Lampard again beats another one of his old school managers. Very good record for him against Jose Mourinho and Ancelotti so far. But he also could be facing another ex-Chelsea boss, Sarri, for Juventus. If they get through, it could be a possibility. Obviously, he didn't play under Sarri, but another person that managed the club. So, yeah, that'd be like 3 ex-Chelsea managers he's faced in one season. That's it's quite brutal for you. And he's done so well so far. So, congratulations to Frank Lampard. It's been under a lot of scrutiny recently, you know, but I think he's done very well. They're still in 4th position, still 3 points ahead of Man United. Can Man United catch up, depending on what happens this weekend? Obviously, as I'm talking to you right now, we have Leicester City versus Aston Villa, and at this moment in time, it's 1-0 to Leicester, and it's just coming up to half-time. But we're going to add up the end result at the bottom here, just so you can keep up to date and you don't get a bit confused about what's going on. So the Champions League is back. I can't wait to see what happens this week and next week. Let's give you a quick update on the fixtures. We have RB Leipzig versus Tottenham Hotspur, Valencia versus Atalanta, Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain versus Borussia Dortmund. And a little bit of news coming out of that PSG versus Borussia Dortmund game. It's going to be played behind closed doors. Why? Because of the coronavirus. Yes, I am using a dairy milk as a face mask right now. I don't really have much else. Everybody's been buying toilet paper and face masks. There's just nothing left. You've just got to make what you can, ain't you, out of things, and hope for the best. But seriously, I don't know why everyone's getting so worried about it. I think the best thing to do is just stay inside if you can. Don't try and touch too many people in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully when the hot weather comes as well, that should dampen down the spread of it. Don't worry too much about it. And there's people like biting their nails, buying like 25 million packs of toilet roll. You know, there's no need. People do need to wipe their bums as much as you need to wipe your nose and mouth every time you cough, okay? I had a curry the other night and I need a lot of toilet roll, okay? It's not just for coronavirus, okay? There's people that really do need this stuff for other things. But yeah, basically PSG, it's behind closed doors. And I don't know whether that's really good for PSG because they're already down on aggregate and they really could do with the fan support. And all their fans are going to be sitting in bars surrounded by fans. It's like basically they're not going to the stadium, but they're going to be probably going out watching it in bars, watching it at home, bringing their friends on all that round. I don't really get the whole point of the spread thing, but I think PSG really could have done with the fan support, and I'm not sure whether that's going to deflect on what the outcome of the result's going to be. I think it's a good thing, Borussia Dortmund, because when you play behind closed doors, your mind's more focused because you haven't got any of that chanting, you haven't got that atmosphere. And I really think that could really go into Borussia Dortmund's favour. Looking forward to these games, I really am. Hoping that this virus thing doesn't spoil the whole lot. I know that Wolves have got a little bit of problem at the moment going out to Olympiacos. They are going to probably play it behind closed doors too. I think that will work in Wolves' favour also, because I think on the return leg there'll be a crowd for Wolves to help them through, and it definitely helped them through to get to the round of 16. Talking of the Europa League there, we might as well give you the fixtures of what's coming up this Thursday. Eintracht Frankfurt versus FC Basel, Istanbul Başakşehir versus FC Copenhagen, Lask versus Manchester United, Sevilla versus Roma, Inter Milan versus Getafe, Olympiacos versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, Rangers versus Bayern Leverkusen, and VfL Wolfsburg versus Shakhtar Donetsk. That's this Thursday, the first leg of round 16 Europa League. Looking forward to it. Can Man U push through? Can Wolves push through? Arsenal are out. Wolves are facing Arsenal's ex-opponents. Can they beat them? Can they get through to the quarterfinals? I really hope so. Wolves very much deserve it. For the last 2 seasons now, they've been playing some brilliant football, staying up in the Premier League. getting the Europa League position, and the way they're playing this season as well. Not as good, but because of the amount of games they played this season also, which they're not very used to, they've done extremely well. So, applauding you, Wolves, and saluting you. Love your badge. Just another little quick update. It's about Man United, actually. Jude Bellingham of Birmingham City has been seen at the Carrington training facility for Man United, and it looks like he's going to put pen to paper on a deal that will see him join in the summer. This could be a very good signing. There's a lot of other clubs going for him, especially Borussia Dortmund. And to be honest, he might even pick Borussia Dortmund because it might be feasible and better for him to go abroad like Sancho did. I think this could be a good thing for him. Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea probably should have done it, to be fair. He should have gone to Bayern Munich because I don't think he's going to get much more playing time at Chelsea at the moment unless Frank gives him a bit more game time. But I guess there's a reason for that, and he definitely is a very good player, just like this Jude Bellingham. Obviously, Jude's a lot younger, and it will take a fair few years for him to become a first teamer, but he's definitely going to be a top Premier League player eventually. So, would it be good to go to Man United? The way they're playing at the moment, probably yes. But there's other teams out there that possibly might go for him. Man City might even go for him, Liverpool, Chelsea. But I think Man United and Borussia Dortmund are the two leading teams to get him. And it looks to me, Man United, seeing as he's already at the training centre tonight, could be the first ones to grab him. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you haven't already, please do subscribe, share and like. These free things are all free to do. Remember that. I would never ask you to do something like give me £5 to subscribe. I'm not asking for money. Just support. That's all it is. So thank you very much to everybody that has done that for us. And thank you for your patience too, because if you're getting notifications all the time and you're like, oh my God, and don't even watch it, just don't worry, don't panic. You're helping me out. Thank you very much. And if anybody wants to come onto the show and talk, you are more than welcome. We should hopefully have unofficial pundit back on this week. And I'm hoping to get Joe, Spurs fan, on this week after the RB Leipzig game in Champions League to see what he thinks about this half of the season. Jose Mourinho coming in, stepping in after Pochettino, and see how he feels, because we haven't talked since around Christmas time. So things have changed since then, you know, players are out injured, etc, etc. So I hope you enjoy the content that's coming up. Remember to look down below, there's loads of videos. I think nearly around 150 videos we've done, and it's been pretty much a year since we first started this channel. So everybody that's viewed in and supported us since then, thank you very much. And thanks to everybody, Eric, Joe, Dan, Bills, Unofficial Pundit, Lumos from AFTV, Jay, Scott, Glenn, the whole team pretty much, everybody that's behind me and helped me out to do this. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. It's pissing down with rain. I was going to go to the shops, but I was like, you know what, I'll actually axe it today. And instead, I decided on some Jerry Sailor, some ginger beer in an actual Jerry Sailor tin with a straw. You know, I just thought I was having a coffee earlier. I was like, I don't usually drink on a Monday, but I'll have one drink and watch the rest of the football. Why not, you know? Pour this in. A little concoction. Crack open the ginger beer. I don't think there's enough in there. There's enough rum in there. And there you go. That is very strong for a Monday night drink, but oh well. Thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, we'll be back to let you know what's happening in the Champions League and the Premier League fixtures coming up, probably on Thursday. But we'll have a few more vlogs coming in between then. So keep your eyes peeled. And remember, thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting us. Have a pleasant week. Bye-bye.